Center really mean?
We're an insurance and financial services company in South Springfield, and 20 years is our anniversary next year. The company has evolved into what it is today, which was a vision of having a one-stop shop.
You hire the best of the best.
Yes, we do. Everybody here to me is family.
Our guiding principles are:
be kind,
speak honestly,
make it simple,
act fairly,
put people over profits. Simple solutions.
Good morning, Rogersville. Thanks for joining us again on Dollars and Cents. Hey, did you see all our new fancy cameras, Bruce?
I did.
See, we got you. We got a nice shot for you.
Wow.
And then we got one kind of here of both of us here, a different little angle. And then we can go back to our straight shot. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Moving uptown.
I'm glad you know how to do that.
Yeah, I barely know. We're going to have to get a producer that can, to kind of host the show and keep track of all the sound levels and all that's kind of a different deal. But,
so if anybody wants to volunteer to be the producer,
be a producer,
K-ROG,
it would look great on a resume.
It'd look great on a resume. You'll have a fulfillment in life like you've never had.
And we'll teach you how to use all this cool, fancy equipment.
It would be fun.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
And it's a good way to learn.
It is a good way to learn, a good work ethic, and you get to hang around, frankly, with some people that know how to get stuff done.
Yeah.
You look at the people involved in this project, and they're all pretty successful entrepreneurs and business folks and other stuff, and you kind of get to hang around and see what happens.
And we all do it because it's a good community thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's good for the community. It gets the word out there and all of that stuff. So it's actually interesting. I can't remember if I told you this, but, Phil and I, we did our first kind of episode of our Resurrected Smoke Show at the Harvest Festival, and we were promoting Valley Mountain Quality Meats. And I was talking to them after that. I said, how did that go for you? And they said, we had our best day ever that day. So people were watching the show, visiting our booth, and then going over after they, experience the quality of the beef that they've got there, and then going right over to the shop and spending some money. So we're going to do some more of that.
I've seen a lot of meat places.
Yeah.
That's what is it? The fresh cut, unfrozen.
Yeah.
I mean,
raised here.
I think it's actually still warm. It's that fresh.
Well, they do refrigerate it. So. But no, I mean, and I've heard other places talking about this, and so this isn't. I mean, it's unique to the area, I think, to some extent. But I've heard like there's some other websites out there that are promoting American beef. And they're actually making the point, hey, this is really American. This meat was born here, raised here, slaughtered and delivered here. Whereas a lot of to comply with, I guess, USDA labeling or whatever it is.
So it's like Webster County meat.
Yeah, the meat from Valley Mountain here is raised in Marshfield, actually. Right here in Webster County is my understanding. But I guess to comply with labeling, there are some places that what they'll do is they'll actually ship the meat in on the hoof, still alive, from China, Argentina, or wherever is where it's actually raised, finish it in a feedlot here, and then say it's American beef, when it's really not. It's really imported. It's just still alive when it's imported. But
I wonder how many cattle are sitting out there in them barges.
Oh, boy, wouldn't that be a problem? Can't get them unloaded.
Biden will get it figured out. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry.
But I guess, part of the problem, what I was reading the other day about the problem is California's restrictions and mandates and all that stuff is really the problem, because nobody will work because they can't, because, California's made it such a nightmare. So a lot of these ships are actually now just going back through the Panama Canal so that they can port in Texas, or
they need to go to Florida.
Or Florida. Yeah, a lot of them are going to Florida.
He'll get them unloaded.
But yeah, that's what's happening now is they're like, well, we were going to unload in California, but now we'll just go on around to Florida because we can get unloaded over there instead of waiting here for who knows how long. So that's what's going on. But then I guess you saw Colin Powell passed away.
Yeah.
So they were talking a lot about that. He was a big deal for the Iraq War and did a lot of good work under Bush 1, Bush 2, and then just kind of fell apart at the end. I don't know if he got senile or what, but he started making a lot of very, very bad public endorsements and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But
kind of lost it
he was-
about 10 years
yeah,
ago.
it was very
so.
disappointing to see him end so poorly after having such a good career other than that. But these things happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, knowing when you've lost your mind is the real key.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it one of these days. So,
When I lose my mind, just tell me to shut up and go home.
well, today's not that day because I know you got a lot of good stuff for us. So, what do you want me to put that first picture up now?
Well, I mean, right now we're getting a lot of people that are discussing money, debt, things like that. Now, here's what I think. I think with all the volatility in the world right now, I think it's a very good time. I've been saying for a long time, do not be a passive investor. You need to make sure that you know exactly where every dime of your income is going every month. And
Right.
if you're not employed, by all means, get off your A-double and get out there and get a job, right?
Sure.
Don't become a victim.
No.
Get up and do something about it. We could go get a job, you and I, we can go get a job anywhere we want to today.
I like being unemployed.
If you like career aspirations of becoming a rock breaker, you can get a rock breaking job. If you want to wash dishes the rest of your life, you could do that. If you're a kid needing some experience, get off the couch, put down your PlayStation, and go get a job.
Sure. Why
You
not?
can literally get a job anywhere you want right now.
Some ships that need to be unloaded.
Right. Now, what was I talking about?
I don't remember at this point.
No. So right now, with all this volatility that's going on, I think people need to be very cautious of their debt and their savings. I think everybody needs to be hoarding some cash. I think you need to be piling up a little extra. I think you need to curb your spending. I think you need to eliminate debt. Well, one way to eliminate debt is to find pots of money, right?
Right? Sure. I'd love to find a pot of money.
And so if you've got a life insurance policy from 1960 that your parents bought for you when you were born and they gave it to you when you were later in life, by all means, that's probably the worst investment that you could have right there. So go out, cash it in, and pay off some debt. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Well, let's go to the questions first.
Okay.
Let's discuss that. So when you have an old life insurance policy, you need to ask yourself, what's the purpose of the money? And the reason I'm bringing this up, this is one example of where you can go find some money. Make sure you don't have an old policy laying around, right?
Right.
And they're everywhere because I see them all the time. Just, well, I don't think this is worth much. It's only got $10,000 in it.
Right.
That
10 grand.
That stuff's laying around here, and just make sure that you're not letting that happen. Are you still paying premiums? If you're not, is your mom still paying premiums on a policy that she bought when you were born? You'd be surprised how many people are still paying a premium. What's the rate of return on the cash value? We need to know that. What's the difference between the death benefit and the cash value? And who are the beneficiaries? So those things can help you determine whether you should keep this old life insurance policy or not. All right. So you ask yourself all those questions. Now let's go to this example. This popped up this week. And here's the example. This individual had a death benefit of $11,500. They had a cash value of $10,800. They had an annual dividend on that policy of $172. Which is about a 1.59. They're still paying premiums. They're still paying $76 a year. Not much, a little over $6 a month. Not a big deal, right? So the actual dividend is 96 because they're still paying 76.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're just getting back part of their money. So is that a really good investment at 0.88? Probably not.
Well, that's math.
Your $10,800 could do better doing something.
Well,
and here's my point. If you've got a credit card costing you 8%, 12%, 28%, 2%, pay it off with that money.
Well, and that's why we need to come see you because that's all math, and some of us don't like to
Absolutely.
do math. But
And we get one of these, fancy QR codes you can click on. It goes straight to our website, and it does something. I think it'll wax your car.
Hey,
I don't know.
that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, not being a passive investor means seeking help,
Mm-hmm.
getting help from people like you and I. Attend our workshops for education.
Right.
Send your parents to our workshop. Come on their behalf and learn so that you can educate people.
Bring your adult children.
That's right. Everybody should come and sit through one of our adult
Well, there
education
really is something
workshops.
for everybody in what we do, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, if you can sit through an hour and 15 minutes of pure entertainment, edutainment, then you should come. It's a lot of fun. I think we have fun. I really think people have a good time.
Well, we're doing something right, I would think, and this is not boasting. This is just letting us know that reaffirm what we're saying is truthful. When you have full workshops, and we're pretty much at capacity at every one. Occasionally, we'll have one that's kind of a catch-all.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
we have full capacity, and then what's the one common thing people say? I wish that I had met you guys 10 years ago.
Well, and the other
it's
thing
never
is,
too late, and 100% are setting appointments.
we used to do one a month, and now we're doing 4 a month, and we're still running capacity. And we started doing more because of COVID, so we'd spread people out. But now we're really back up to full capacity. And we've got Zoom options if people don't want to come in person. They can watch it by Zoom. But yeah, we're now running about 100 people a month in those seminars.
Right. And no fear. Our office is protected by active, pure technology, which purifies our air every 3 minutes in our facility. And, if you want to learn about that, I got pretty connected on how to, because we became an essential business and staying open, we still have the fear. I don't have the fear of it catching it. I figured the Lord's in control, and, I'm not worried about it. And, but I don't want to inadvertently give it to someone.
Sure.
So I put in this technology called Active Pure Technology, and it sanitizes our air every 3 minutes. So, so now you can, without fear, you can wear a mask if you want.
Sure.
It is your right and your body and your choice. So I should run for president. Right?
I got your first $20 right here if you're ready to go.
Okay. And so,
Can I be Secretary of Defense?
But we are very, yes. But we are very mindful of social distancing, things like that, because we want to protect our people.
Well, we want people to be comfortable.
We want to be courteous.
Yeah, we want to be comfortable.
That's right.
We want people to be comfortable. So whatever we can do to make you comfortable and get you the help you need that we can provide, we're
that's right. And we're doing 4 of these a month right now. I'm not sure we're going to do that into November and December.
I don't think they're on the calendar.
But as supply, demand, I don't want to park my barges in the ocean until January. So if you want to discuss your issues with us, even though we may not do any workshops in November and December, we could do one-on-one appointments.
Sure, absolutely.
So if somebody wanted to meet with us.
I love our October and when we do them early November seminars, because I think it's a great time because you're getting ready to go into the holidays. You're going to be
sit down with your family.
You're going to be sitting down with your family and to come and hear what we have to say, get an understanding of what estate planning is really all about, because there's so many misconceptions about estate planning. And to have that information, to be able to go and sit down and have an intelligent, educated conversation with your family, whether they be your mom and dad or they be your children, and just say, hey, we're going to do this, and get the input that you need, or encourage someone to go ahead and do that and let them know, this is not going to be a scary, difficult, painful process.
No,
it's going to be easy.
We're not going to Golden Corral afterwards and having a meal and bringing your checkbook. Don't ever do that, right?
No, there's no reason to.
Right. And so, again, we're really enjoying this. I get a kick out of the look on people's faces when they have this epiphany.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah,
and
it's really that easy.
We really explain to them that, this can be done. You and your family can be protected and be prepared and things like that. But if you got any questions, if you want to just sit down and have some coffee, come by the office, 882-1800. Give us a call. Send us something. Send us a what do you kids do nowadays? Email?
One of those kids do.
Yeah.
No, it's a direct message. They'll send you a DM on the thing
To K-ROG?
with the stuff. No, you can send us an email at K-ROG. We
Oh,
still
okay.
email, but we'd love for you to email us info@krogtv.com. That will
Yeah,
that'll come to us.
And at least we can sit down and talk, because it's all about education. It's all about it's about sorting out all this misinformation that's out here.
Yep.
And, don't be a passive investor. Learn every day of your life. You should learn.
Absolutely.
And I learn every day, and that's what we should all be doing. And if you have a question, ask. And if you don't know, ask. And I think we pride ourselves with that. And we encourage people to bring their families. So give us a shout and let's get together. That's what I say.
Please do. Thanks for watching again, K-ROG family, and join us tomorrow for the morning waffle and
Yes.
all your big news. And this Friday on That Friday Show, Cassie and I are having special guest State Senator Eric Burleson will be joining us.
Oh,
He's
really?
running for, I believe it's
Should
the
we-
7th district.
Should we repaint?
You want to church it up in here a little bit?
I think we need
That's
to
for
paint
you,
it.
John Pope.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Thanks.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.